How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking on the Birth of the Shadow Dragon SYN SHENRON event with the Dokkan Festival TEQ Trunks for the next leg of his Grand Tour.
I will protect Earth.
So we decided to do this one for the next the next round of Trunks's Grand Tour because obviously we already did Broly and we tested one of the harder fights for him in the Dismal Future. So I wanted to test this fight. This was the second hardest fight on Global at the time of his release, right? The first hardest fight being Omega, which we obviously don't have yet on Global. So it's the next best thing. I do like this fight for him because it is a longer, it's a bit of a long, it's like a medium long fight, but it really allows us to make sure that we get his transformation off, right? We're not coming out the gate with a 500k normal attack plus an AoE, right? And of course Gohan eating a super here, still taking 120k, not bad, but still very, very impressive. Now, I feel like what I'm seeing a lot with Trunks is people see the word guard in his passive and they think, oh, that means we can toss him into slot 1. Unfortunately, in his case, it doesn't. His defense is too low for that. He is definitely a half-decent slot 2. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. And you can see with the animations there, our guard isn't procced, but with double digits, and of course the attack lowering that Gohan did, that's why we're taking the double digits there. So even most of the other fights, barring the Dismal Future ones, you can attack lower the enemies to kind of mitigate that. Omega, I'm fairly certain you can attack lower the first phase. Same with Metal Cooler Core. Like a lot of these fights in the early phases give you options to kind of work around to help him get where he needs to be by turn 3 or 4. And wow, that's a really bad key drop. Alright, let's just do this.
I think it's time to put him out of his misery, 17.
Why are you in such a rush? Let's just try to enjoy ourselves. If we wipe out all of humanity now, then the fun ends and we've got nothing left to do, right?
Alright, so I didn't want to have to do that, but the way that this key fell, and we need to obviously make sure Trunks super attacks, we're gonna have to take these 3 green ones here. And of course, Gohan and Trunks don't get anything. They're here mostly for a revive. One thing I noticed about Trunks' team specifically when we're running double Trunks is that there's no revive characters besides the Gohan and Trunks, who are starting to obviously show their age, but for this fight, I don't think it's going to matter. If we do end up taking damage, by the time it matters, we'll be able to Ghost Usher our way out of it. So that's kind of the idea here. All right. So it just means we got to hope that the androids we can make sure they show up on a rotation where we have Trunks' Ghost Usher in the future. Alright, and I did admit it in one of our other showcases that it took me a minute to remember that Int Gohan is on this team.
No, I don't want to see it. I've seen enough.
Alright, excellent. So, yeah, as long as we get those attacks in the first turn, whether 55% or you got any dupes of him, as long as you get 2 attacks in the first turn, this second turn here, you are all but guaranteed to get his transformation, provided you are above 60% HP, right? Because this counts as an attack right here, meaning that normal that we just did still counts towards our build. So since we did 3 attacks last turn, the 2 we get here, we've got our 5. There we go. Excellent. All right, and Gohan finishes off with the normal. Okay. Yeah, we do have Gohan and Trunks again together without Goku because they still provide good link partners, and as long as we can keep the HP up, Gohan keeps his guard up, which protects him, obviously. So, let's go ahead, let's do the active on Trunks here.
No, I don't want to see it! I've seen enough!
Alright, excellent. Okay, so let's see. We could probably keep Gohan here, actually. Yeah, this way we can get the key spheres with Gohan and Trunks, and it's only 6. Okay, I was hoping that would drop a little bit better, but okay. We'll make it work. Alright, and I love canceling an AoE with that. I've done that a few times against the Moss, so... There we go. And Gohan eats the super, so we don't have to really worry about anybody here. Alright, so we got one attack already because of the active skill. There goes the second. Boom. Okay, so now this Trunks is guaranteed to transform. Excellent. Alright, wow. I forgot how reliant these guys are on key spheres. Ooh, okay. Alright, here we go. We get the transformation with Super Trunks. A little bit early, but we got it. Alrighty. Excellent. Okay, so we'll save the active skill so we can Ghost Usher our way out of the next phase. And then there we go, 7 key spheres. I'm pretty sure with 7 they can tank this AoE here. Alright, so with the guard up, we still take a bit of damage from this AoE phase. That's concerning. But, I mean, again, obviously, in the ideal world, we would have finished... we would have not gotten one of those normals and finished him last turn, where this wouldn't have mattered, right? The idea is you get his transformation turn, and you use that Ghost Usher right away, because it's the final phase, and you are finishing the fight right then, right there. Alright, but we do have this Trunks transforming, so we're actually in the final phase now, so we can use his active and clear the field for us. Alright, so we have Gohan's domain up, which means we have his active skill, so let's go ahead and use it.
I will defeat you! Stop acting like a pampered baby, Gohan!
I know you've got more power in you!
Alright, excellent. And with that, we can now use Trunks as active.
No, I don't want to see it! I've seen enough!
Excellent. So, with that in mind, yeah, let's put Trunks in front so that way Gohan can have the better links with the other Gohan. There we go. Yeah. Oh, we should have saved those for Gohan and Trunks on the other rotation. Alright. So, just casually throwing out a 12 million super there. Alright. Man, I wish he had a few of those attack links with Gohan. That would have been nice. Definitely thinking... I've seen him hit some bigger numbers, especially at like 69%, like mine is, with linked next to sort of Hope Trunks. So it's definitely... Yeah, the links definitely help out. It just, I mean, for survivability's sake, you do want characters like Future Gohan around him. Here we go. Hey, look at that. Alright, and Future Gohan just casually throwing out a 10 million super as he's been off rotation this entire fight. Oh, are you kidding me? And another one? Oh, we could have finished the fight right there. Okay, well, I guess this works out because now we can use the other Trunks as active. So let's go ahead and let's finish him right here.
No, I don't want to see it. I've seen enough.
Excellent. 11 million. You love to see it. So there you have it, folks. There is the SYN Shenron event, complete with Dokkan Festival TEQ Trunks for the next leg of his Grand Tour. I'm very, very satisfied with him in this fight, right? This is one of the few fights where, you know, you can consistently transform him like the Broly, right? Some of those shorter fights, especially like in the Dismal Future, where the fights are ending rather fast. If Trunks, say, starts in slot 2 or, God forbid, slot 7, you can run into some trouble with getting him transformed. However, in this fight, that's not a case. And I would like to remind people that at the time of Trunks' releases, this was the second hardest event in the game, and even then, compared to some other TURs that were released before him, right, this was the hardest fight at the point of their release, like, you know, Gohan and, or like Goku and Piccolo Jr., for example, right? So this is an impressive feat that he can do this. And of course, you know, what I hear a lot of people are going to say was like, well, he didn't take any damage, how do we know how he would actually do? Well, you don't have to. That's kind of the point of this characters, right? You make it through the first turn or two, which I admit can be a bit dicey with this character, right? Especially if that guard doesn't proc. But if you make it to that third or fourth or fifth turn, you literally don't have to worry about taking damage, because in most fights, that's about when the fight is ending nowadays, right? You know, that's really where he shines, right? He can literally clear the field for you for 2 turns if you're running double Trunks. 3 if you throw in the androids like we did. So very, very impressed here with that. We just casually throwing out those 13, 14, even up to 18 mil supers I've seen out of him. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what do you think of Trunks here in what was the second hardest fight at the time of his release? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.